Oh, I'm so full. That huddle house really packs a mean breakfast. Oh, getting old sucks. Hope that Corey guy's not under here. I don't want to get my ass kicked again. He ain't taking my mask this time. All right, folks, here we are. Y'all know why we're here. Halloween Ends, 2022. Jamie Lee Curtis, Laurie Strode, The Shape, played as James Jude Courtney. It's a lot of noise right here. I apologize. This is how it is, okay? I'm gonna take y'all through all the locations today that I can get to. There's a bunch of them. A lot of them are just pass-by shots, but the ones that are significant, I'm gonna make sure I get to those, give you everything I can. And you know, I wasn't very happy with this movie personally. I thought it was a bit off mark. I thought they missed a whole lot of opportunity. Anyways, I don't want to go on and on. At the end of the video, we're going to do a little wrap up on that. But I'm going to spin this camera around. We're going to get started on the Halloween Ends locations, and I hope y'all enjoy this. Let me know what y'all think about this style of filming I'm going to do. I've got a brand new camera running today. Hope the focus works fine. Anyways, y'all let me know. Like, share, and subscribe. Hope y'all enjoy. All right, so the first location, Laurie Strode is in the bar talking to Lindsay Wallace about seeing Corey's eyes and not being the same. And Lindsay pulls over Roger Allen, the father of Jeremy, who was killed at the very beginning of the movie. And he tells a story about trying to forgive Jeremy. And he rolls up on him right here on this sidewalk. He looks into his eyes and he sees something's different. I'm gonna show you this screenshot right here. That lines up perfect. Gonna go on to the next one. All right, folks, we made it over here to Dean Forest Road, and they utilize this little diner here, Ronnie's Restaurant, for all of the food scene, diner scenes in the movie. There's a couple different times it's used. Once where Allyson and Corey are sitting there talking about, you know, burning everything down, and Corey's trying to convince her to leave town and all that. Then later on in the movie, when she's watching the TV right before she leaves town, and she's, you know, the newscast on there is basically talking about Laurie and how she survived everything and all this and all that. We're gonna go inside. I've already actually been in there and filmed everything. They're playing music. It's a diner style place, so 50s and 60s records are playing. There's records all over the walls and everything. And it's really noisy here, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna take y'all inside now. Y'all check it out. All right. All right, folks, this was one of my most sought after spots right here. I wanted to come to was the junkyard. The crusher, that's the one thing so the gates are locked, I can't get in. I'm not gonna trespass. There's actually a place for you to walk right in if you want to, but I don't do stuff like that, okay? Try not to anyways. I wanted to see the crusher, if it was here, and it's not here. I flew my drone, I've already flown my drone over everywhere. I ran across a guy that works in this area. There's a whole bunch of shipping stuff around here, and I mean, it's a very industrialized area. Anyways, flew my drone over, got the shots I wanted to get to match up. That's about all we're gonna be able to do here, man. I really wanted to get out here and walk around this property, maybe talk to somebody who might have been here, try to find the exact location of where the crusher was, if it was even here. You know, Hollywood does some tricky things. But I'm going to show y'all some shots, line up a few things. And right over here behind me, that's the garage where when Corey is fixing Allyson's muffler, that's right there is where he was doing that at. Right out here in front is where he was trying to show her the how to operate the motorcycle, right over here. This area right over here. And of course, whenever they pulled the car in with the flat tires, and my idiot son ran around on a flat tire for 3 miles and pops him in the back of the head. That was right in front of that building right there. I'm gonna line all those shots up for you and show you. And that's about all that I can do here. The gentleman that came by, he knows the guy who runs this little yard here, and he said he's actually moving out. So that's why a lot of the stuff that was in the movie is not here anymore. A lot of the cars. I was trying to find anything to match up, and there's just a few things. But anyways, hope y'all enjoy this, and let's proceed. Also, from what I could tell, Michael never actually came here. It was just Corey with Michael's mask on, because, you know, of course, Corey went to the cave and whooped him up, took old Mike's mask, made him into a punk, came right here. And where I'm standing right now is where, I forget his name now, but the stepdad was standing. An old dude shot him in the head. Corey was standing right where I am pretty much right now in this road out here. And I'll show you right here. I'm outside the gates. And this will be the gate right here that got rammed by Corey, dressed up as Michael. I think I'm saying that right. I don't think it was Corey, because I know Corey was holding the mask out here. Anyways, that's pretty much what happened right here in this general area. Of course, it's hard to tell. It's just sand under my feet. This is where Corey put the torch in the dude's mouth, man, and burn him up. So a lot happened right here. Wish I could get in there and really get after it, but anyhow, sorry. Folks, we're in downtown Savannah right now. We're down here on the corner of West 37th and Montgomery. Y'all are gonna recognize this pretty quick from Halloween Ends. It's where Jamie Lee Curtis, Psycho meets the Freak Show. Psycho meets the Freak Show right here behind me. You see the ice cooler back there behind me? Turn this camera around, we're gonna line up some shots. So we're gonna set up our first shot right here. See the ice machine back there? See the guy digging through the trash, the dumpster right here? We'll pull this phone down, we're gonna set it up. That's it right there. We're gonna walk up this way. Right here to the left of the machine is where the guys pulled up in the, I believe it was a convertible Chrysler Sebring, I believe. So you can see right here the one-stop shop. Using this screenshot here on my phone. I'm gonna pull this down. This is the exact same angle and everything right here. And of course, Corey comes out with his milk, and they end up getting him on the ground right over here. And this right here is where they're trying to convince him to get a couple of beers for him. And Corey's not gonna do it. He shouldn't do it. Did the right thing. dealing with some punks. You can see in this scene right here, there's a lot of this blue curb with the red paint down there showing through. That's where he fell right there. And Jamie Lee Curtis would have yelled from right over there, the left pump. You can see right there where Jamie Lee Curtis was. Pull that down. We'll line that up. Perfect right there. All right, folks, a lot of times in these movies, there's a lot of setup scenes and a lot of stuff like that. And the one I'm fixing to show you is exactly that. This movie here only has about 4 or 5 main locations, and there's probably another half a dozen after that of just setup scenes. We'll spin the camera around and show you this one here. So in this scene right here, Corey's traveling towards me on his bike, and he pulls out into the road there and almost gets hit by a car. And like I say, it's just a setup scene. He's traveling to work. This is where he ends up being late to work, and his stepdad is like, "Hey, Corey, you're late again." You know, shortly after that, he ends up getting his motorcycle from his father-in-law. Believe it or not, the corner that I went where he almost got hit on the bicycle, he just turned left right there, and the bridge is right there. So they literally moved like 80 feet to shoot those 2 shots. That's the radio station right there. WURG. Corey and Allyson were up on the roof. Right up there. I'm going to fly the drone here in a second and get that shot. They jumped off right there where that white board is on the top around the brick. Or Corey did anyways, and ended up falling down right down here. That would have been underneath there. All the neon would have been right there. And when Corey and Allyson were hugging, Jamie Lee Curtis would have been parked right where that Honda Accord is, right below that one-way sign there. Jamie Lee Curtis was parked right there, watching them hug. She knew what was going on, though. Jamie Lee Curtis knew as soon as she saw his eyes who he was and what had happened. Yeah, there wasn't any play in her. So yeah, we'll fly this drone right quick and get y'all a little shot of the top. Then we're gonna head on to the next spot. All right. What in the world's he doing? All right, folks, we made our way over here to Midway, Georgia. We're in front of the IGE food liner, and this is the location where Jamie Lee Curtis runs into Sheriff Hawkins, and he's getting his 3 pounds of ground and be back with the lean. And she says he ought to eat some canned vegetables, and he tells her he got a Rosetta Stone, gonna go over to Japan and check out the cherry blossoms, I think he was, and anyhow, says he got a guitar at a pawn shop, messing with that. I couldn't film inside, I've already been in. The lady there helped me out quite a bit, but there's too much, they're playing music pretty loud in there, so it would end up demonetizing the video, and I can't have that, so I'm just gonna throw in some screen grabs here. I think y'all will enjoy this pretty good bit. Little fun fact here, if you come to this food liner, right next door, right over here, is the scene where Corey admits to Allyson, right in front of this. I'm gonna throw in some screen grabs of that too. This little Midway mall over here. Corey admits to Allyson that he killed somebody. And you know, they hold hands, and anyways. Y'all stick around, I'm gonna show y'all that. Okay. Also, I forgot to put in one little note on the other end, not the exit on this end over here where I'm at, right here, but on the end over here. That's where Jamie Lee Curtis runs into the lady who, I believe it was in Halloween Kills, the lady, the interracial couple, the lady who was stabbed in the throat with the light bulb. You know, she's alive and Halloween Ends. That's where they have their encounter, right down there. I just wanted to add that in. I'm gonna show some pictures of that also. Right here, you might recognize this billboard here on the right. Okay. So I'm going to walk up here a little bit. Something you don't see in the film right here to the left. There's an abandoned house. They have awesome ways of editing all this stuff out so you don't see it. I'm going to line this shot up. Gotta walk a little bit further. We're actually gonna come back to that location right there in just a second. Early on in the movie, you'll see Allyson get pulled over by the sheriff deputy, her former boyfriend, I guess, as the film implies. Right there, that's the exact shot. I'll show you this to match it up. Puddle house, right there. So while we're here, we're going to cross this bridge right quick. I'm going to show you another shot that takes place right here where we're at right now. It's got to cross the bridge. Just a couple seconds later, Corey's walking, and the guys pull over. They want to instigate a fight. They don't know what they're getting involved with. He's a madman. Corey's just walking, minding his own business. The guys from the gas station, Corey, they come by harassing him. Here's the shot right here. So I can't get that to focus a little better. Whoops. See the Huddle House sign there on your left? There it is. This is where it happens right here. I'll line this shot up for you real quick. See that right there? Side of the billboard. And they get into a little scuffle here. They step on Corey's glasses and they throw Corey over the rail right here to my right beside this sign. You'll notice here on the left corner of the screen here on this telephone pole that there's a red paint mark. You can see that right there. And of course they get into it right here and they throw him over the edge right down here at the base of the same sign. We're still at the same place. They put him right there. So we're right below that sign where they threw Corey off. Corey would have been thrown off right there, and he would have hit the ground right about here. And right over there behind that pole that has the white writing on it at the base of it there, the middle pole on your screen right now, right to the side of that is where Michael's hole was. I'm going to show you a little bit better. But Michael would have drugged Corey from right about here where this little anthill is, right in this area right here. I'm right beneath the sign right now. He would have drugged him right over there. And the homeless guy, I'm gonna go around and give you a little better shot. Okay, this dirt piece right here, this is exactly where the homeless guy was set up at. Note the curse words on the left column there with the big pile of poop below it. And then notice the mushroom there on the right column with the word dude, D-O-O-D or something like that on it. To the right of that, right to the right of that second column that says dude on it, that's where Michael's hole would have been. I'm going to show you a shot right here. It matches it up. Okay. See the two columns to the right behind the homeless guy there? You see Michael's hole to the far right? Right there. So we're going to walk over there a little bit closer. I'm going to show you what Michael's tunnel looks like. Mind you, I'm under a bridge in a strange city. It's not the smartest thing I've ever done, I promise you that, folks. So Michael's, see all this sand in here? Michael's, the hole would have been right there. That's where it would have been. And of course it's not here. There's tons of sand in here. You can see they built it up to make it look like it. I'm probably getting all kinds of poisonous crap all over my legs. So if you come out here and look at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's between the 5th and 6th column here. Almost to the 6th one, right here. You can't miss it. There's a ton of sand. You can see where it was dug in. It was a big piece, man. So looking right here to the right of your screen, right there would have been Michael's sewer right there on the right. And if you match this up pretty easily, the McDonald's arches back there in the back. I'll zoom in a little bit just so y'all can see it. There they are, right there. So when the detective was, or the deputy was following Corey, Corey would have came right down through here on his motorcycle. And he would have went under the bridge right here. He would have came right about here. He would have parked his motorcycle right in here and he would have looked back this way. And I'm gonna line this shot up for you real fast. But yeah, this place is exactly the way it was in the movie. I recommend y'all come check it out. It's really clean underneath here. I don't think there's much of a threat underneath here at all, but we're fixing to get out of here. I've got one more location actually to shoot on the way out of Sylvania, otherwise known as Haddonfield, and we're going to be headed over to the second Haddonfield, which is Savannah, Georgia. All right, folks, this is it. This is the holy grail of this movie. Jamie Lee Curtis's house. She finally decided to settle down, get out of that dungeon she lived in Charleston, come have a regular civilized life. I can tell you, I've looked at this house on Zillow and pulled pictures of it, and I can tell you that Jamie Lee Curtis's writing room, which is on up top there, the closed blinds and the two on the left, the little bay windows set up there, that actually was filmed in this house. The glass on the door can be seen numerous times. That little foyer area was used. The kitchen, I do believe they used a studio setup for that. I saw someone mention that. But the window that's open there on the right, specifically this window like right there, that is the window she looked out of in this scene right here when Corey pulled up with his motorcycle. And she looks out this window right here. And this is the bush right here that Corey's standing behind, and apparently the neighbors have went to town on it and cut it down. But it was that window right up there. Everything matches up. There's a million shots you can do on this. I'm not gonna get on their property. I don't mind stepping on the sidewalk, but that's about all I'm gonna do. Come to locations like this, I always respect the people. That house next door would have been a heck of a Halloween house. Man, that place looks creepy. But I always respect these people's privacy, you know, as much as possible. I'm gonna show the house because it's, you know, but you gotta respect it. I'm gonna go over here and line up. There's a shot right over here where Michael is standing right here. And I'm gonna recreate this shot real fast. There's the shot right there. Jamie Lee Curtis is standing in the front. She knows Allyson and Corey are upstairs making the devil child. And I'm just gonna pull this screen down here and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's going to wrap up this location. Man, this was definitely the bucket list of this whole. I've been looking at this house on maps for months now. And to think, man, that the Michael Myers as we know him died in this house right here. And the way he went out on a cutting board like that, weak and fragile like an old man. I can't believe they did that to my Mike. To my man, how are they going to put him out like that, you know? But this is the house where it happened. So I'm gonna spin the camera around one more time, get one good shot of it, one good farewell shot, and we're gonna move on to the next location. All right. So we're on the corner of Kinsey and Forest Ave. And this is only about a 5-minute drive. All these houses are within about a 5-minute drive of each other. So if y'all come down here and check this out, it's pretty easy to get around. Beautiful. I mean, the trees here, the Spanish moss. Anyhow, this here is Corey Cunningham's house. And while Jamie Lee Curtis is setting up the little booby trap for Corey or Michael, whoever decides to show up, Allyson's coming here trying to get a hold of Corey. I'm going to show y'all a screen grab real fast and a little close up on the front door. We're going to go on to the next location. Yeah, so there's the screen grab right there. That is the 15. That is the little ornament down below it. Still is the exact same way. Let's go on to the next location. This scene right here, 500 Kentucky Avenue and Virginia Avenue, was one of the scenes that really excited me for this movie. It made me think they were going to go old school with it. All the kids were walking in the street, trick-or-treating, doing it the old school way. I'm an 80s kid, man. We used to beat the streets with a pillowcase and go out here and get a pillowcase full of candy, take it back to the house, dump it, and do it again. I'm going to spin this camera around and we'll show y'all this. Like I said, it was only in a trailer. I don't think they even used it in the movie. But I'm going to spin the camera around and show you this, and we're going to go on to the next one. But you'll notice the white house there on the left with the lights, and there's a blue house on the right. Traffic light in the middle of the road just to the left there. That's it right there. This single-handedly was one of the scenes that really had me excited to watch this movie. There were parts of it I really enjoyed, but for the most part, it wasn't for me. All right, on to the next one. Folks, we're here. The corner of Abercorn and East 65th Street. This is where Dr. Mathis and Nurse Deb met up with Michael and Corey. I'll show you a screenshot real fast. That's the exact shot right there. I'm gonna show you something this guy's got in the window here. Thinks he's Slick Rick. He's got a Michael up on his porch right there. You talk about giving me a freaking heart attack, man. I turned around, that thing was looking at me. I had no idea that stupid thing was there. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not really into contemporary houses, but this one here, oh, Dr. Mathis's house is something special. Wow. It's totally different than anything in the neighborhood. It definitely is has its own look and feel to it, but man, I really like this house. All right, folks, here we are. We're at the corner of Capitola Road and Highway 301. This is going to be our last filming location for this video. I'm filming this with a brand new camera today, trying something a little bit different. So I hope everything's coming out in focus and everything's good. If not, I'm screwed, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna flip the camera around here and show you. All right, folks, we're right here at the end of the movie now. And what you see right here is Allyson. And she's leaving Haddonfield right here. I'm gonna let this car pass by and make sure it doesn't turn. I'm gonna step out here a little bit. She's passing right down this road here, which is 301 in Sylvania here. And the shot that you see exactly, I'm gonna have to get out here in the road a little bit more. But the shot that you see exactly is right about there. I'm gonna give you the screenshot to line it up. That's it right there. Leaving Haddonfield sign. Well, Allison's had enough of Haddonfield and she's going somewhere else. But I think she's taking somebody with her. We'll spin this camera around, we're gonna talk about it. So yeah, it's my personal belief. We're gonna end the video right here, by the way. But it's my personal belief that she's pregnant with Corey's baby. You know, Michael had done, I don't know, whatever you call it. He was inside Corey's body when that took place. I believe Corey passed the spirit of evil onto Allyson. And man, you know, just overall, just gonna do a little conversation here about this movie before I head back home. I tried to get this video done as fast as possible. I watched it the day it came out. I was watching Peacock pretty much. The moment it dropped, I was on it. First impressions of the movie, it absolutely stunk. I did not like it at all. A lot of traffic around here. I'm sorry for all the noise, folks. But the first impressions of the movie, I did not like it at all. I've watched it about 3 times since then, and every time I watch it, it tends to get a little bit better. It's got a lot of hidden stuff in it. You have to watch it a few times to get it all. But for me, it's the end of a franchise. You know, 2018, starting with the part 1 back in '78, which was a great movie. Nick Castle killed it. Jamie Lee Curtis, one of her early performances, killed it. Could have been actually her first performance. I don't really know, actually, but I'm not gonna look it up. But anyways, awesome movie. I don't think anybody questions that. With the franchise, goes 2018, 40 years later. They killed 2018 in my opinion. I loved it. I did the filming locations. Go on my channel there. I think I did a really good one. I did almost every single location that they had on the film was there. I only couldn't get to a couple of them. That's because they wouldn't allow me to film there. I did go try to ask and they wouldn't let me do it. But you know, Kills came along and absolutely stunk it up. You know, evil must die, evil dies tonight. God, man, oh, do I need to say anything? You Halloween guys, you know what I'm talking about. The movie had a few good parts here and there, but overall it was just like ends. It just sucked. The best part of the movie, in my opinion, was Jamie Lee Curtis and James Jude Courtney. James Jude Courtney, to me, is the best Michael Myers ever, in my opinion. Nick Castle's a close second. I did enjoy his little cameo in the bar scene, but they just didn't do enough in this video. They left too many doors open, too many things, too many opportunities, man. There was so much, you know. And then Michael being an old, fragile old man What's he been doing hanging out in the sewers, man? Just, I mean, sitting down there eating grass or something? I mean, what's he been doing? Jamie Lee Curtis spends 40 years barricading herself in a house, training her kids to be militia style. And then all of a sudden, let's go buy a new house and burn pumpkin pies. I mean, come on, man. You know, it just, I don't know. They just left a lot on the table. The one thing I will say for this franchise, the one person that probably loved it the most is Rob Zombie. And the reason Rob Zombie loved it the most is because David Gordon Green saved his tail. Because Rob Zombie Part 2 was, in my opinion, the worst Halloween movie in the whole franchise, followed closely by Halloween 3. The Rob Zombie 1 movie, I actually kind of like quite a bit of it. It's weird, but I mean, it doesn't follow the storyline or whatever, but I think it's a pretty good movie. I really enjoy the childhood Michael part, all that stuff. But anyways, back on topic. I'll definitely run off parallel another story. Thank y'all for coming to watch the video. I hope I did justice for y'all. I hope it's okay. A little bit windy out here. I hope the microphone's not getting too messed up with that. But thank y'all for coming to watch the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. You know, share it on your social medias. That's all I ask of y'all. I never ask for any donations, PayPal, or anything like that. Y'all please just share it and like it. At least like it. Give me a comment. All that adds to my algorithm and gets me more views. Also, when y'all see my movie post, if you're subscribed to me and you see it come up on the screen, just click on it and start the video. I don't care if you turn it off and come back later on and watch it, but that's what gets me in the algorithm, is when the video goes up, if you watch it right then, instantly, it shows that it's popular and that it's on demand and that people want it. And then it floods the algorithm and it gets me, you know, and ultimately, this channel's paying for itself, kind of, in a way, a little bit almost. And the more I make, the more I spend, and the more I can do for this channel. So the bigger, better stories y'all are gonna get. So you're kind of investing in your own TV for free, okay? Anyways, thank y'all so much for checking this out. This has been a bucket list of mine, even though I didn't care for it too much. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.